me, the
Hi,
moderator for this
Lucky.
session. How will
Hello.
wonderful meeting you all. Marina, may I request you to unmute?
Yes. Okay. To
Thank
mute,
you.
to mute or unmute?
Unmute.
Okay.
Wonderful, lovely ladies. We have one more person coming in. Margaret, I think she will join in soon. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we are welcoming the most lovely ladies on this planet for this session today. I'm very happy to introduce our speaker, Charlotte Stewart first, Senior Strategist, Relationship Manager, Harvard Business School Publishing Division, USA. Am I right, Charlotte? Have I
Yeah.
correctly given the designation?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Wonderful. We now have our dear friend Alvin. Alvin, so good to see you on this
Thank you.
session. We have been meeting up and speaking on various sessions, but today it's my utmost pleasure to be part of this bunch of ladies, who are going to be speaking some interesting things. We're not going to discuss business per se. We're going to talk about people, culture, civilization.
I love it.
I thank you so much. And Alvin, she is the diversity and inclusion lead for Europe for Pfizer and based out of France, but a global citizen, so to say.
Yes.
And Marina, hi, so nice to see you today. You're looking as gorgeous as ever. Marina is she's a business leader coming in from a beautiful country called Armenia. And we go back a very, very long time, India and Armenia. It's a soul connect of many thousands of years. Welcome, a very warm welcome to you, Marina.
Hey,
Aijan,
thanks, and greetings to everyone.
thank you. Aijan, can you mute yourself? Aijan, a dear soul sister. She is part of Women Economic Forum and All Ladies League. Aijan is representing a lovely country, Kyrgyzstan. She is based in Bishkek, and I'm so truly grateful to you for joining us today. Aijan is just recovering from a not very good condition. The whole family
Excuse
has
me.
been ill, and
Yalan.
I thank your spirits, dear Aijan, for you didn't have to actually come, but you've taken all the trouble to be here. And COVID is not a great situation to be in, and we are so happy to have our dear Aijan back bouncing. And I guess in the next couple of weeks, you're going to regain all that energy from the lovely Italian food that you're going to be having from your restaurant. She is a restaurateur, she is a public figure, she's a businesswoman, she's also the honorary consul general for Sweden, if I'm not mistaken,
For Norway.
for
Honor
Norway. Okay, the neighbors, yeah.
of Norway.
Multiple hats, many hats she wears, and Ejan is a dear friend of mine. We met up in one of the Women Economic Forums a couple of years back, and Women Economic Forums actually, it brings people together. And I think we're going to follow the same tradition in future. We have our other speaker, Maggie. Margaret is just logging in. We're kind of formally informal. So I guess, ladies, it's okay with y'all because
Indeed.
we all live in a very formal world at our workplaces. But I think it's a good thing to now let our hair loose and just be connected and have a very, very comfortable, casual conversation around our topic, which is basically diversity dialogues, a global perspective. So many lovely countries. Good evening, Maggie.
Hi.
So good to have you back. Margaret Lingdon is Indian origin Estonian. Maggie is married to an Estonian, and she's in one of the most interesting professional spaces in the world. Maggie is a research fellow, and a folklorist from Estonia. Now, I'm so amazed to meet a folklorist. It's been absolutely phenomenal experience for me to know Maggie. And I think I would like to start with Ejan because she may not be able to stay on for too long. She would like to exit as early as possible because of her health condition. And I'm going to over to you, Ejan.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to meet all of you. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me, ladies?
Perfect.
Yes, wonderful.
Perfect.
It's such an honor for me to represent my country and to be a part of this wonderful women group that Harbin and all her wonderful teammates uniting us. And I'm inviting on behalf of all people of Kyrgyzstan, all of you to come and visit our wonderful place. It's a mountain, small country. I think we're almost like Armenia. We love Armenian people and we love, I've been studying in United States and I've been in Africa. And I mean, all ladies who are here, I can really say that you're my soul sisters. And of course, I love India. India is like very dear to my heart. I wanted to say, unfortunately, our country is getting through a very difficult time. There are a lot of COVID lost, a lot of people dead, unfortunately. Even in my family, my grandma passed away 3 weeks ago. My mother not in good conditions. She's still recovering. I mean, it's like very difficult time. And what I wanted to say that what is inspiring that we have so many volunteers, that our civic society, community, people in villages helping finding for doctors these special equipments, medicines, and even, yes, we are not very rich country and government does not have a lot of funds to support so many people who are sick. The civic movements, they are incredible and people doing great job with supporting government. And I wanted to say by statistic among medical staff, a lot of women. So women are, being main warriors on this war. They are not seeing their families. They are sleeping in hospitals, helping to the people to recover. So I really wanted to say that I'm thankful to all these wonderful medical heroes, I should say. And of course, men are trying their best. But to be in quarantine, one of the biggest problems was everywhere in the world, as well in Kyrgyzstan, is the home violence, unfortunately. We have to speak about this. And there are a lot of issues that we are trying to solve as a Kurak. It's a foundation of women entrepreneurs, and we are uniting a lot of women in regions to overcome all these, unfortunately, not easy things that women go through. And I wanted to say that what is the globalization? Of course, unfortunately, we all understand that standards of women's rights dropping down everywhere. And we understand that we are somehow losing rights in this matter. And what is good that civil society is finally, committed that yes, we have the problem of violence. Yes, we have problem of bride kidnapping, and we have, we say, vision how to resolve these problems. I can speak for a long time. I thought maybe you would have some questions. I will just, I'm in this pandemic volunteer job since March. We've been finding funds to bring all these special equipments, all these medicines. And as you know, our country has a lot of people who are migrating and work as migrant workers. So we try to bring some our citizens who work as doctors from all over the world. So they are getting back to help our country survive in these hard COVID times. Lakshmi.
Well, I think you are a very brave race. I think this will also pass, this will also pass. And it was very heartbreaking to know about the bride kidnapping. We really wish people of Kyrgyzstan loads of good wishes and, all the things, good spirits from all of us, so that the society improves on this score and also recover from the COVID scenario. I think it has to improve. There's always a curve which, it has to drop. Everything that goes up, has to come down, even the COVID. So let's all look forward to a more optimistic world. And that's
I'm very optimistic. 51% of population of Kyrgyzstan is women. So women, we are surviving, we are uniting, we are teaching each other. We have these mentorship programs. We are trying online, making different groups of help with WhatsApp communications. Different women from villages unite to sell their products abroad. So we have a big program how we want to recover. And I invite you sisters to be part of this program if you're interested in buying something from Kyrgyzstan or coming and staying in our wonderful hotels. We have beautiful resorts. Please be part of it. Let's plan it for next year that you will be our guest. I'm inviting each of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dr. Shellett Stewart, it's so good to have you here. And can we know from your side, you are part of such a esteemed university. You're part of such an amazing, it is an institution in itself. And your work on the publishing side, I mean, how does it, what are your interactions with the multinational students and the faculty members? How do you, does it involve a lot of interactions for you to, go ahead.
Yes, it does. You know, I really am very blessed and fortunate to serve as a business academician as well as a practitioner. And so in terms of academia, serving in a leadership role at Harvard Business School allows for the interaction with students, faculty, and staff. And then as a practitioner, I relate to so many of the women at the conference because I'm an entrepreneur. I have a consulting firm and we develop business plans for companies and nonprofits. And I've served in leadership roles in corporate America for Fortune 100 companies, and I'm an author. So I am really blessed to operate on a number of different levels. And it's globally, oftentimes. My clients are from India and China, and of course, here domestically in the United States, and I enjoy all of it.
Fabulous. I mean, you are truly a global citizen, I must say. I must say, it definitely will enable you to get best practices to your workplace. I mean, today we are in a world where cultural competency, I think it's a core to our success in whatever leadership roles we take on. So I think for a person like you, the kind of exposure you are subjecting yourself to by virtue of your role that you're playing, I think you're very fortunate to be in a position to pick all those wonderful, cultural competencies. Amazing,
yes.
Amazing. And
the insights I really wanted to share, and let me know if this is appropriate time to share, is really about connecting business plans and purpose. So would you like for me to share, Lakshmi?
Of course, I will come back to you.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. We have Alvin. Alvin is again a person with many hats, and she truly has friends from all over the world.
Yes.
I got to know Alvin through a friend of mine who's an ex-colleague of hers from Pfizer, and great opportunities opened out for you, Alvin, in your work area too. How do you, I mean, how has it defined you as a person? What are the takeaways you had from the leadership roles that you've been honing?
I think, thank you, first of all, for having me here, and the opportunity to know and friends from all over, not only the world, but having friends from many other cultures really enabled me to transcend some of the global conversation that we currently have. And I think the chance to speak with so many people from so many cultures, having many realities, I am kind of bringing that back within my current role. Like, okay, when I'm going to hear someone explaining or talking about a business issue or a personal issue, I am quickly able to relate because I have friends who already talked to me about something, and it's something that is not going to be new. And up to me to be really able to kind of educate, my internal and even my external stakeholders on what it means, to be from Eastern Europe, to be from India, to be American, to be Black American, to be Black European. And I think this is something I can, really, I want to share. And that's something I keep talking about when I meet people, is really about listening. Listening is for me key. Listening from people who are different from us, and having people from different culture around the world is, helping me at least to be able to listen more.
Wonderful. I think that's one quality which all of us need to develop all the time. We are less listeners and more talkers by virtue of the current world we live in. I think now I'm going to listen to Marina. Marina is a business leader, amazing business leader from Armenia. India and Armenia, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, we go back millions of years, I would guess. Over to you, Marina.
Exactly. I'm again pleased to meet everyone, and I would like to thank you for moderation and for creation the platform to meet so many successful women to share experience, what we had, what we are having, or what we can have. As for the relations between India and Armenia, they date very, very to ancient times. We have a very big book of history we can both look into to see our roots. Just for your information, Armenian merchants back in history, they were really attracted by Indians and welcomed as merchants. They even had access to certain markets no other nations during those days really had. What I would like to focus here before going too deep into speaking about the relations between Armenia and India, being a business consultant on the one hand, implementing commercial activities and producing also cosmetics, and on my left hand, which is closer to my heart, is engaged in public activity. We are supporting women businesses. I'm coaching different women, and I'm also a mother of 3 kids. My son is studying to be a doctor. The question every now and then that is being asked to me, how do you get the formula of success? I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to satisfy myself, not imposing very high objectives, not to get frustrated. I'm trying to balance. You are all ladies, and you will confirm that it is really difficult to keep the balance. And the formula of success is to be a mother on the one hand, to be a businesswoman on the other hand, and also to do something that you ought to do as an active player of society.
Fantastic. Where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah, so you always have to pay the price, but you should know how to balance the price, how to balance the value. This is really challenging.
I'm absolutely learning on this session. Maggie, you are so different. The work you do is so different. Can you please tell us more about your research? And Maggie is a folklorist. I think it's so romantic, It's so phenomenally romantic. Can we hear a little about your domain expertise area?
Absolutely. But first, thank you so much, Lakshmi, for having me on this unparalleled platform. And greetings, dear friends. Aijan, Alvin, Shalette, and Marina. It's so good to meet you. And it is my pleasure and my privilege also to make your acquaintance. But before I say anything else, I want you to be a little bit prepared for power cuts, because the electricity here comes and goes, and I'm in this small town in Assam, and I am in this house that was built in 1906. So this is the background. So, but before that, I'm a folklorist, yeah. And what that means is that I study artistic communication in small groups. That's the theoretical definition, yeah. But primarily I'm a folklorist, but I have closet affairs with anthropology and the study of religion, yeah. Now I am I have a PhD in folkloristics, and I work and teach at the Department of Estonian Comparative Folklore in the University of Tartu. Okay, and this department is so amazing simply because I think it's the best department for studying folkloristics. Also, it's becoming so important, I think, in this world today to actually understand what folklore actually means, because, you know, while we can connect, while we can find folklore and we can connect folklore with everything is not folklore. All right, so this is what I feel is something that is so important for us to just acknowledge also, like whether it is a song, like a lullaby that you sing to your child, or an urban legend, or whether it's I don't know, this narratives about you know, women and people protesting within the BLM you know, context, you know, all of this can be contextualized within the background of folklore. And I research that I'm an indigenous woman, a Khasi indigenous woman. That's how I identify myself. Yeah. So my introduction.
Lovely introduction, and I'm actually very envious of you. I would love to, you know, change shows. It's so good to be a folklorist. I mean, it's amazing. Coming back to Dr. Shalit, can we know more about the business aspect of the discussion we were having? You wish to share something about it?
Yes, yes. So I want to first thank you, Lakshmi, for the opportunity to share insights. And I'd like to thank the Women Economic Forum and Dr. Aurora. I'm so delighted to be here and share with you all. As I think about all the different topics, one of the topics that I'm very passionate about is the topic of business planning. My consultancy is devoted to business planning, so I believe in that, and I've served in business planning roles. But I also believe, and I'm finding this when I'm working with my clients, is that oftentimes there's a gap between our business plans and our purpose as leaders. And so my goal is to really help us close that gap, because we all are involved in so many wonderful initiatives, but it's important to also be purpose-driven. I always say when I'm traveling the world speaking at conferences that we don't have a personal life and a professional life, we have one life. And we have to make that life count. And so when you're ready, I'll share just 4 quick principles on connecting business plans with purpose.
I think we will connect with you offline after the session. There are many things that we could discuss and discover. And at the end of the day, women economic forums are also built for women entrepreneurs and businesswomen to network. There should be an outcome, you know, there should be business outcomes. So after this, the economic forum is over and through, we will stay connected on that score, and we're going to touch base with each one of you.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Absolutely. And coming back to Aijan, so I thought you may want to leave, you know, and you're sitting with us. I'm so happy for that. You're muted. May I request you to unmute?
Yeah, can I just comment that I'm so proud to be in, you know, in the group of these wonderful ladies.
I'm
and of
so
course,
happy for that.
Shalit, thank you, you know, for saying that we have professional lives, but we cannot divide it with our own lives. And as Marina said, I wanted to mention that I'm a proud mother of 4, and I just delivered baby. He's 6 months old, and this is what we are doing. You know, all women all over the world. You know, having so many things in one hand. And of course, I love my country, and I didn't want to make the image of that it is so bad. But I think there is expression that, you know, the best time comes before the bad times. So let's, you know, hope and pray that our world survives through COVID, and we will unite on what platform. And I will be with pleasure receiving all your wonderful tasks, how to make it better. And we will follow up from our side, from all Kyrgyz ladies' side. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful invite. I think we are going to invade your country, all of us.
Please come. It's a beautiful place. It's paradise.
Absolutely. I love Bishkek. I love Bishkek. It's an amazing
You're all
city.
welcome. And you can stay in Issyk, wonderful lake. I'll be sending photos to you.
We can't wait for the COVID scenario to change, you know. And coming back to Alvin. Alvin, can you also tell us a bit about your origin from the beautiful country where you come from?
Yes. I was born and raised in Cameroon. It is in Central Africa. It's even the nickname of Cameroon is Small Africa. It's Africa in miniature. That's the
Okay.
small name of Cameroon. And then I moved to France in 2004 for communication school. And I have to say that I cherish this double culture because there's so many different things, and it helps me to have different lens depending on situations. And I'm married to a French man, and I have two mixed daughters again. And talking about purpose, every day I'm trying to explain them the purpose behind my job. I'm working on diversity and inclusion, and yes, there's also business goals behind my work because I'm working in a corporate environment, and it's also up to me to really explain them. Yeah, I come from Cameroon. I am in France, and with that identity, I really don't want to lose my own self. I really try to continue being myself. It's not easy on a daily basis, but talking about culture and my own identity, even if I consider myself as a global citizen, but I'm coming from somewhere, I'm coming from a different culture. And, at my humble level, I'm trying to make at least let them speak my native language. It's not easy, but, that's something I'm also trying to do, teaching them to be themselves and open to the world, but be remaining themselves as women, as future women.
So beautifully put. I think identity is so important to our existence. When we identify ourselves soundly, I think we are more open to world cultures. We're able to see people in their perspective, their views. We are more welcoming. And I think it does build a huge cultural competency thinking within our own systems.
Yeah.
Very, very beautifully put, Alvin. Coming to Marina, tell us, in Armenia, do you have one language or do you have many languages the way it is in India or Kyrgyzstan?
Actually, we have one language. It belongs to Indo-European language family, and it dates to 405 AD. Just
Okay.
405 AD. So we have one single language, but we have different dialects.
Okay.
So different parts of Armenia, they use specific
Same script.
dialect, but the language is one single. It's Armenian.
Armenian. So basically, from what I understand is, it's one language with one script, and there are many dialects which use the same script.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
2 types, Eastern and Western, but everyone understands everyone.
Okay. Oh, that's really good. In India, there are so many languages and so many dialects, but I guess we understand each other. You don't always need language. I guess human to human relationship transcends language barriers.
Yeah.
In fact, I would like
to. If you do
to
not understand, you can always use your body language.
Body language. I think that
your life is in your hands. You can be represented.
Absolutely. Tell me, Maggie, does Estonia also does it have a platform of multi-language scenario, or it's just one language?
It has 1.2 million people, and there's about 2 languages. One is Russian, and the other is Estonian. And there is a dialect, Oro, and that's, I think, the only dialect that Estonia has. But Estonian language in itself is crazy difficult to learn. I've been struggling to learn up till now. Yeah, but that's pretty homogeneous in that way.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Ejan is going to tell us about the number of languages they have. When I requested her to speak about the culture, she said, we have so many languages. Tell me, what do you want me to talk about?
Yes, we have Kyrgyz people. We are actually, we started from NSA, from the part of Russia which comes from Siberia, and we migrated to Central Asia. It's one of the ancient nations, And first Kyrgyz people were almost Europeans with green eyes and red hair. Now you look what happened after so many migrating processes. And yes, indeed, there are more than 40 nations living in Kyrgyzstan, majority groups Kyrgyz. We have Russians, Koreans, Dungans, Uzbek, Kazakh, you just name it. Even we have Estonians, Tatars, Chinese, Uyghurs. So it's a lot of big, in Soviet times, we were living in this kind of multicultural environment. Now more it's a Kyrgyz language, which is similar to Turkish. It's like 40% of language you would understand. And we have, we've been nomadic people, and we have a lot of beautiful nomadical traditions. So you will be, we have this yurta, which is like, as you know, I think it's a very famous word now.
Yes.
It's a very specific place. And so people been traveling and having their life with a nomadic style of life. And a lot of women do the handicrafts. If you would come to yurtas, you will see, this, we call it kurak. It's like each different pieces of, we say, pattern created in this kurak, and a lot of handicraft that women put as a, would say, heritage to their future kids, saying like, for example, Ayjan, be happy, and that would be written on these special carpets. A lot of, we have one of the best and famous and longest epos, Manas. It's about hero who saved our nation from, all bad, evil people.
Okay.
I should say, because it's a long story. And our women, among Central Asian women, were always free. We never covered our faces. We've been partners because, to have this household when you travel, you've been a partner. You're not saying like, women, shut up and sit at home. Mm-hmm. You say to men, I am, putting all house together, packing. So you'll be a strong woman, who delivers kids, who knows how to, make business, how to build house, and how to be a strong partner. So I think in this culture, we have a lot of respect to women. And of course, we have a lot of different influences, which is like a bit scary now for me. It's more too much, would say, radical influence of people, groups who want to cover up our women. They say that we have to get back. And I say, even many years ago, centuries ago, we never covered our faces. So we are trying to keep the freedom of women. And we are like the civic society, we are not giving it away. We are saying we will fight for it because Kyrgyz women, they have such a big potential. A lot of business ladies who are creating big factories and selling a lot of wonderful handicrafts. And I think what I'm looking at all of you, and my heart is melting because I see again strong leaders in each country. And I think it's now time to unite. And these COVID online meetings, it should be easier now. We should be helping. I'm open for any advices from our side. And I can speak for a long time. Sorry, Lakshmi, if I took my too much minutes.
It's really good hearing you, and I'm so happy for you. You're in your usual spirits. So keep yourself healthy, safe, and get back to your normal life soon.
Thank you.
A lot of love from India, from all of us, from India, America, Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, all of us, we are representing the world, one people. Vef, ladies, is there anything that you would like to share? Charlotte, maybe one last parting, what's a statement for this session? We would like to, there's a takeaway which we all would like to hear from you all.
Yes, I would, again, just to encourage all of us as sisters, for the gentlemen who may be watching as brothers, that COVID-19 has really presented a pause, a global pause for us, for deeper reflection, deeper planning, deeper prayer. And there are many challenges, as we've discussed even on this session, but there's so many opportunities. And my sister just alluded to one, that we've come together. We're leveraging technology to come together to address the issues and to oftentimes solve for some of those issues and address some of the opportunities. So I would like for us to be encouraged during this time and also focus on legacy building. We all, again, have our different professional ventures and platforms, but think about how we can truly leave a positive, lasting legacy in our families, in the community, and in the world. And that's what I work with the leaders at Harvard Business School on, so many of the students and the executives that I work with in Fortune 500 companies, and through my consultancy. So I just want to encourage everyone today to focus on the positives and also legacy building.
So true. Marina, what would be your, how would you capture, although it's a very short session of almost less than an hour, but I
just
think
want to tell a small story about a man who finds treasure. He takes his treasure and he hides it. Every day he comes there, he digs it, he looks at his treasures, he looks at his coins, and he says, how rich I am. I'm really lucky, I'm really rich. And then he again digs it and goes away. One day, a robber, he sees that, a thief, he sees that this man is hiding treasures. He comes there and he takes the treasures away and he puts black stones instead. The other day, the same man comes there and he opens his hole to see where the treasures are. He sees there is nothing, only black stones. He sits down and starts crying. The thief says, brother, why are you crying? He says, you know how rich and wealthy I was. I had really treasures. I was coming there and looking at it. And you know what the thief says? It's no difference. You were just looking.
true.
What I really mean is that the platforms that we are creating, this ecosystem, this is to the benefit of everyone. This is really a social capital. What I would really recommend and encourage that each of us makes use of it instead of staring at the treasure that we have.
That's a very good parting statement, I would say. A story with a moral. Maggie, what's your, I think, are you there, Maggie?
I want to show you a photo. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I have a photo for you. Can you see it?
We can
Can you
see
see
a
it?
mobile, but I'm not able to see clearly.
Okay. Hang on a sec. Can you see this photo? Yeah? Okay, this girl over here and the woman
Yes.
inside the house. All right.
Yes.
They are were snakes. All right. We were talking about COVID. We were talking about how these zoonotic diseases have breached the animal human divide, right? And in the context of COVID, I think that indigenous sustainability, I think, would actually contribute as this idea of these were snakes can contribute like a case study to actually help us to understand the potential solution rather of how life after COVID could look like. So like instead of going against nature, what about if we exist with it and find ways to mediate with it? That, I think, is one of the most important things that I find right now, which is relevant to all of us and our purpose, as we were talking about earlier. So this is what I would like to just mention. Like, yeah.
So true, because we have a symbiotic relationship with nature, be it the animal kingdom or the plant kingdom. Somewhere along the line, I think the connectivity is being lost. So I guess folklorists like y'all can actually bring it back and educate the young ones, the new generations about this, so that we may get back to a better living and better connected world for all of us. Over to you, Alvin. We would love to hear your take on this.
Yeah, I think you just mentioned it, and one of the key topic I like is about education, and you just mentioned it. And all of us, no matter where we are, we should continue educating others, because others are not as privileged as us in terms of education. and we should really make sure that we listen. And when we listen, as I just said, is to also educate them, other people around us, family, friends. And also sometimes when we can get in front of us some, anger, let's try to pause and try to see what's behind an anger. And talking about women, I'm so privileged to be here among many different women from many different cultures, from many different ethnicities, and from many different cultures. Educate others about that concept of intersectionality. One reality is not the reality of all women around the world. And that's something we should really be and start doing more and more. Teaching and educating others about realities of many women. One reality is not a reality of all women. And thank you very much again for having me today.
It's been our utmost pleasure to have all 5 of you on this panel. And WEF, on behalf of Dr. Harbeen Arora and the team WEF is very honored, privileged to award the iconic woman creating a better world for us to Dr. Charlotte Stewart. We will send this award in the next couple of weeks, since artificial intelligence has not yet enabled us to teleport your real award. It will be coming as a soft copy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great.
I take the same opportunity again to confer WEF Award, Iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All, to Alvin.
Oh, thank you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Bravo. It will hit your inbox in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Ejan, back to you. Iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All. And get well soon. Get well soon.
Thank you so
Marina,
much. Thank you so much.
We are so happy to confer this award on you. Iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All. Absolutely. I mean, so true to the kind of work that you're doing. And lovely Maggie, iconic woman who's creating a better world for all through all the work you're doing. And keep continuing. Power to all of you ladies. And thank you very much for being on this session. It's been an absolute pleasure for us to have had this wonderful conversation with you all. And we look forward to more and more engaging conversations with you all. And there are many more WEFs which has been planned for this year and the next year. And we do hope you are able to participate in some of those on-ground women economic forums where you can actually come to new cities, new experiences, and it'll be more energetic. But having said that, this has not been bad at all. We have managed to meet up on this platform. It's a new way, it's a new trend, and it's a great enabler. Thank you so much, all of you ladies.
Thank you for
Lakshmi.
moderation.
Thank you, ladies.
Stay blessed.
Thank you,
stay
all
safe.
iconic ladies. You are all icons.
All
My God, never
iconic
seen so many
ladies.
icons in one place. Thank you.
So many icons, and I'm really privileged to have you all out here.
Please connect us in one group, Lakshmi.
Yes,
put
we will.
the phone,
Absolutely.
that we could help each other. And
Yes.
thank you. I'm loving you all. I fell in love with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Same
you.
here.
See you
Return,
in
I think
Kyrgyzstan.
on behalf of all of us, I can say that we return your compliments. Allow me a day's time and I'm going to create this WhatsApp group. It's so much more easier to
Yes.
communicate, it's easier than an email. So we definitely, I think that would be the outcome of this session with all of y'all. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Bye-bye,
much.
bye-bye,
And
ladies. See
loads
you.
of love to all your families.
Thank you.
And
Bye-bye.
to the
Thank
little
you.
6-month-old baby to Ajan too.
Love you,
Baby.
ladies. Let's be in touch.
We
Bye.
will stay in touch, absolutely. Stay connected. I would say bye-bye, not goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Вот. Я крутая все позади.